right, thank you, Cam. Once again, folks, I am Tom Downey. You can follow me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney for more NFL coverage. Like Cam mentioned earlier, let's take a look now at Amari Cooper. Now, the report from Jay Glazer is that the Raiders are shopping Cooper plus a bunch of other different players. And although Jon Gruden denied the report, isn't that kind of what we heard coming out of Oakland with Khalil Mack? So I don't know if we should take Jon Gruden at face value on that one. And the Raiders do seem willing here to blow up their roster. And as for Amari Cooper, he hasn't broken out in the way I think everyone thought he was going to after a very promising 2016 season. And he's due $14 million next year, by the way, in what is the last year of his deal. So if there is a trade, he'll bring back value, but unlike what Bleacher Report claimed, it's not going to be a first-round pick, and it's not going to be a second-round pick and a young player. You're not going to get that much for Cooper, though you will get something back. So with that in mind, what should the Raiders do with Amari Cooper? Type T for trade, type K for keep. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. Now, before we get to my top 5 teams that could trade for Cooper, I am hosting a free game on BetDSI. Sign up for free, chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code LIVE120 when you sign up. Then DM me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. I'll give you guys the special game link. Make your picks straight up. Pick the winners of each NFL game each week. If you come in first place in just 1 week, I'll give you $25. So DM me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney if you guys want in. All right, on out to the top 5 trade destinations for Amari Cooper. First up, I've got the New York Jets. Now remember, they have an extra third-round pick from the Teddy Bridgewater trade. And if you think about it from the Jets' perspective, pairing Sam Darnold, pairing Amari Cooper together could be a fantastic pairing. So I've got the Raiders getting a third-round pick. The Jets, of course, they get Amari Cooper. Let me know who says no using those reaction buttons. And again, Raiders fans, I don't think you're going to get quite as much as maybe some of you guys think you'll get for Amari Cooper, given his big contract next year and the fact that if you trade for him, you're going to have to give him a big extension as well. So the Jets check in there at number 5. The Colts now check in at number 4. And frankly, outside of T.Y. Hilton, and we'll bring up their depth chart here, it's a mess. They've got T.Y. Hilton, who's banged up right now. Then it's Ryan Grant and Chester Rogers. Tell me Amari Cooper wouldn't be at least way better than Ryan Grant and Chester Rogers out there. So again, a similar trade. Now maybe the Colts get aggressive because they've got 2 seconds, but I've got them shipping over a third to the Oakland Raiders. Should be a high third-round pick. That's probably going to be a top 75 selection. And then boom, if you're the Raiders, you get more draft capital for what appears to be a complete and utter blow-up of their roster, if that's the route they want to go. All right, at number 3, it's the Tennessee Titans. Now the Titans are still in the mix of the playoff hunt despite their offense having some serious issues. And I think this is a serious possibility right now. Is it really the receivers and the offense in general, or is it Marcus Mariota that's the problem right now for Tennessee? If you trade for Cooper, it means I think you still believe in Mariota. You get yourself another key receiver to pair with Tawon Taylor, to pair with Corey Davis. That's a really good trio. At that point, it's definitely the quarterback's problem if they can't get the offense going at that point. All right, on to number 2. The 2 teams I think make the most sense of all. The Buffalo Bills. And look at their wide receiver depth chart. It is so bad. You got Zay Jones, who I still kind of like. Kelvin Benjamin apparently doesn't even want to run routes before games, or at least that's been disputed a little bit. Andre Holmes is a Raiders cast-off. Robert Foster isn't even a good R. Foster in the NFL. And Ray McLeod is a return guy. So if you're the Bills, you're trying to get someone to help develop Josh Allen. And if you include Shaq Lawson, that'll drive down the cost of a price. And that 6th-round pick, by the way, the Bills get back is from the Bears. This one was my favorite one. It's a little bit more creative. The Raiders get a at least talented young edge rusher who I don't think really fits anymore with the Bills. They take a risk on that. The Bills take a bit of a risk on Cooper. The Raiders end up getting a higher draft pick as well. I think it makes some sense. Let me know what you guys think as to who says no, if anyone does. And then at number 1, it's the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if there's a team out there when you combine the tight ends and the receivers that have a worse core. Buffalo's pretty close to there. Cole Beasley has emerged as a really good slot guy, which he's frankly been for quite a while. Allen Hurns has not played well at all. Gallup is still pretty raw. Bryce Butler can't even get on the field. Tavon Austin is fast, and that's about it. And by the way, for the Cowboys here, if you cut Deontay Thompson, you actually get a 4th-round pick in all likelihood via the compensatory draft process. So at that point, send over a 3rd-round pick, bring in Amari Cooper, maybe that's your number one guy. Now, is he a DeAndre Hopkins? Probably not, but he's a lot better than what you got, and it helps out your offense in a big, big way. And much like Josh Allen, bringing in a guy like Amari Cooper, that helps the development of your quarterback, which has to be your number one priority. All right, to recap, folks, my top 5 Amari Cooper trade destinations: the Cowboys, the Bills, the Titans, the Indianapolis Colts, and the New York Jets. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, folks, and see you again in a little bit.